Hello and welcome to the Greenburgh Student News Network. I'm Blake Feinstein, and today we're exploring the Nature Center at Greenburgh.
Adults, I know you already got through school. You don't have to engage them, but the kids, that's your job to yell back at me. So welcome to the Nature Center at Greenburgh. My name is Noah. I'm one of the educators here, and I want to say thank you all for coming and visiting the Nature Center during our maple sugaring event. It's very, very special because it only happens for a very short window out of the year. So this is a great time for us to start the celebration of maple sap collection and the evaporation of maple sap into maple syrup, because it's also springtime. We're almost there, guys. Punxsutawney Phil, his days are numbered. We don't have many more left before spring comes. This is called a yoke. And my friends, what's it called now? No, it's a knock-knock yoke. No, you boo that, guys. We don't laugh at that. Come on, we're better than that. We go boo. Yeah, good job. Another thing is that it's actually kind of comfortable. You just put your hands up here and you go for a walk. Often for miles, to collect all of the sap that you would need for your parents. Because that would be your chores. Instead of going to school, yay! You would have to collect sap all day. Boo. No, school is yay, work is boo.
No. School is yay.
Boo is yay?
School is.
That's why we need school.
You want to come on up to the kids who come visit for our Native American programs? Like, we are like one of the first generation of humans that don't spend like the whole year worrying about winter. Like, we still do, right, in some ways, but like most of human survival. You want to pour it onto my rock, my friend?
Oh,
The rock right here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Awesome. We are very lucky. Some of us are. Otherwise, most humans all year long, you'd be getting ready for winter.
Hi, could you introduce yourself and explain sort of what your role is here and what you do at the Nature Center?
I'm Greg Weckler. I'm the Director of Education here at the Nature Center. I'm in charge of all of our programming, our camps, our special events.
Cool.
So every year at the beginning of March, it's usually the first Sunday in March, we host a maple sugar party. It's the right time of year. With maple sugar, you need the right weather, and that's the right weather. So you need below freezing temperatures at night, above freezing temperatures during the day. Usually that first weekend in March is the prime weather for that event. So we host that event every year in March, where we tap our maple trees and we boil the maple sap and turn it into maple syrup. It's the only time of the year that we're actually producing maple syrup. We run the programs for the school children for about a month and a half throughout late February and the entire month of March. So we see a great many local school groups. They come in, they learn about maple sugar, how it was first discovered by Native Americans, how we've changed that process over time, and then finally
And then turn around towards me.
where we actually make maple syrup.
There you go, nice and easy. Look at that, stable level. I love it. Now come to me. Faster, 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 faster. Boom, good job. You want to try?
What other programs do you guys have for kids to learn about nature? And I'm assuming different ones in different seasons, but what kind of opportunities do you have?
So our biggest and most popular program here at the Nature Center is our animal-based programming. We're sitting here in our live animal museum, and these are the animals that we bring out into the public. We go out to schools, we bring our animals to those schools, and we have a lot of school children come here to learn about that type of programming. While animal programming is our biggest and most popular program, we also run a lot of seasonal programs. We run sustainability programs, so we're talking about things like recycling, carbon footprint, and then seasonally we do things like we're currently in the midst of our pond programming. In April, we have a vernal pool here on the property, and this is the time of year where all the amphibians are down there making a lot of noise. We bring the school kids down there with dip nets. We get to dip into the pond, pull out frogs, tadpoles, different invertebrates, and do that kind of education down at the pond. And then we have a wide array of other programming that we do throughout the year. We run Native American programs. We have a replica longhouse and wigwam on the property, and we bring the school children through to learn about Native American Northeastern woodland Indians. Outside of that, we have bird of prey programs, we have insect programs, we have compost and invertebrate programs. We have a wide range of different programs here.
That's a lot. Outside of programming for students and for kids. I know you guys have a recycling program. Could you explain a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, so we have a recycling program here. Basically, we introduce the kids to the concept of recycling, kind of the recycling that we all know with those big blue bins in our classrooms and our houses. So we talk about what humans can recycle, but for me, the more fun aspect of that program is talking about how nature recycles. So we bring the students out into the forest, and we'll show them how decomposition is happening within our forest, how nature is recycling, and we generally include some of nature's best recyclers. So we'll bring out examples like worms, hissing roaches, millipedes, and we use those animals as examples for how nature recycles.
So, what's your name, and what's your role here at the Nature Center?
I'm Laura. I'm a naturalist here at the Nature Center. That means I teach kids about animals. I do our camp here, and I take care of our animals and kind of organize programs sometimes. So
cool.
A little bit of everything.
How long have you been at the Nature Center? What brought you here?
I've been here 4 years. I started out as a camp counselor, and then after the first summer I worked here, I just kept working here. I stayed on. They needed an extra person. I also do a lot of art at the Nature Center, so if you see any drawings, it's possible that I did them. I helped design our shirt here. If you walk in, some of the banners that I made are hanging up.
Cool.
So we're gonna come in, and we're gonna come in a little bit quickly so that our goats don't escape.
Can I pet them?
Yeah, you can pet them. This here is Maggie. This is Willow, and this is Fig.
What's the chicken's name?
And then our chicken's name is Gladys.
I think that's like an old good chicken name.
Yes. We had Gladys, Carmen, April, Chucky, and Luna for a while. Those were our oldest chickens. Gladys is currently the only chicken from that kind of era. Yeah. So she is our very oldest chicken here.
How old?
She is past 10.
Oh wow.
So she is pretty old for a chicken.
Oh yes. Is there a difference between them? This one doesn't have horns, that one.
So that's because the farmer that had Fig before we had Fig got his horns removed. They removed
fully?
them. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because boy goats tend to be a little bit more aggressive than the girl goats.
Are these your girls?
Yes, and when they are in a big herd with other goats, it can cause problems when the boys are fighting all the time. So the farmer that had him before didn't know where he was going, removed his horns just to be safe.
I don't know if I'm going crazy. Did there used to be sheep here?
There was a sheep here, yeah. That was Hannah. Hannah was a very good sheep.
So people of the community that want to get involved, how can they get involved in the place like the Nature Center?
Yeah, so there's multiple ways of getting involved. Of course, coming and visiting our programs, whether that's a weekend program, a school program, a family program, it's an excellent way to get involved. But if you're looking to have a little bit more impact, we have a robust volunteer department. So local school kids, once they're in high school, can come and be volunteers for us, helping us to maintain our property and our collection of animals. You could be a member of the Nature Center, so taking out a membership to help us support us that way, and attending all of our big events and different things that we have going on every weekend of the year.
So what do you think are the kids that come here their favorite exhibit or their favorite thing to do here, and what's your personal favorite?
Well, my personal favorite thing to do here is to be an educator, just in the broad spectrum. I started here at the Nature Center never thinking that I'd want to educate anybody on anything, and it actually grew to be a passion of mine to the point where while it is not a direct responsibility of mine to be teaching every day, I do try to afford myself the time to teach at least a couple of programs a week because it is my favorite thing to do here. As far as the kids and the public and what their favorite thing is, obviously our animals are a big draw to the community. So, being able to come here and experience live interactions. All of the animals that you see here in our collection can be taken out so that the kids can touch them and learn about them. So that's a big draw. But just because of where we're located, right off of Central Avenue, there is not a lot of these kids have just not had a lot of opportunity to explore nature. And so through our 33-acre preserve located right off of Central Avenue, families come, they walk the trails, they get outside, they're enjoying the lawn space, they're enjoying the meadow, and I think that really just provides a tremendous amount of value to the local community.
So, like, am I teaching a program? Am I talking about Opal here?
You can get
or are we doing like action
get
shots of the bunny?
I don't know. So like,
you have a rabbit. So I just want to ask, what's the difference between a rabbit and a bunny?
So, it's just a language thing.
Oh.
So, bunny rabbit is the colloquial term for our rabbits here. So you could say bunny or rabbit.
So yeah. So what was her name and like when did she go to the nature center?
So this is Opal. Opal came here.
Oh wait, let's just get the photo so we don't.
I'm sorry, I'm like camera.
No, it's okay. I wanted to be like
When did
to feel like
Opal
the live.
I don't know when this big girl actually got here.
She came in 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Opal here came to us about 4 years ago. She was somebody's pet before she was with us, and then when they couldn't take care of her anymore, she came to live with us here at the Nature Center and teach people about animals like her.
Can I pet her?
Yes.
I want to pet her too.
She's very soft.
She's such a sweet girl. Good girl.
She likes to be kind of stable on the ground. So she gets a little bit nervous when she's up in the air, but she's used to it. She does this.
The hedgehog's going crazy.
Nope, it's ice.
Oh, it's
I know, it sounded like a wheel, right?
Yeah.
So this is Jabba, our cane toad. She is one of the largest species of toad in the world. And she is a very invasive species in a lot of different areas. So she is native to places like Indonesia, Philippines, Southeast Asia, or South Asia. But she got brought into places like Australia, South America, and these guys spread very quickly. They are a type of toad that can eat pretty much everything, and that's part of the reason why we have Jabba here, is to teach people all about invasive species like her and cane toads in more specifically cane toads. They are invasive in South America, in like Texas, Florida, in Australia.
So they really don't have any predators.
York, I guess.
What?
In New York, I guess.
Not New York, no.
So they're poisonous.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
they're
they don't.
poisonous
They're
then.
not from around here,
That's fair.
but because they can't handle cold temperatures like.
Yeah, I was
Like
wondering when you were saying they spread fast. Like I haven't really seen any.
Yeah, no, these guys are not
Yes.
So
gonna
the
come
climate
on
is more of a
this
hot,
side.
warmer climate.
Exactly.
That you also
So
say that.
this is like a poisonous not versus venomous.
Yeah,
The
I
distinction
made that
is actually
distinction,
useful.
yeah. There you
As long
go.
as you're holding her, she's fine. She's
Cool. What was her name again?
Jabba the Hutt.
That's a great name.
Oh, okay.
you guys want a pattern? Can
No?
Yeah.
See that?
I guess so.
It feels like, does it feel like anything?
She's velvety.
Yeah.
Pretty smooth.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, how did you get involved in the Nature Center? And why do you think that it's important to have a place like the Nature Center to teach kids about this stuff?
Yeah, so I've been here for 18 years, and I actually started here as an unpaid intern. So right out of college, I needed an internship to complete my degree in environmental science, and so I just happened to know about this place. I came in looking for an interview, looking for an internship, and I got that internship. That was about 18 years ago, and since, over the last 18 years, I've kind of worked my way through the organization to ultimately become the director of education.
Cool. So why do you think the Nature Center is important, or sort of what does it bring to the community, and how are you a part of it?
Yeah, so I mean, in this day and age, with all the screen time that local kids have, that all kids have, it's more important now than ever to get kids outside, and that's really what we strive to do here. So whether it's through our camp programming or our educational programs or just drop-in public education, we see a lot of members of the public coming through the Nature Center, and our goal here is to get them outside, getting them to learn about nature, getting them to appreciate nature, getting them to not be fearful of nature. You'd be surprised how many kids come onto the property and are intimidated to go into our forest. Even though our forest is only a 33-acre preserve, the kids look at it like it's the Amazon, and so they come onto the property. And for a lot of them, especially a lot of the city kids that we see south of here, it may have been their very first opportunity to really experience nature, like getting out into a forest. And so for us, that is probably one of the things we are all most passionate about, is just getting kids outside.
Could you tell us a little bit about how the Nature Center got started, or the history of the Greenburgh Nature Center and how it's changed?
Yeah, sure. So the Nature Center was established in 1975. This property was originally the Hall Estate. This was actually originally somebody's summer house. And they would come in summer here originally. In 1975, the property was looking to be sold, and the town of Greenburgh, along with some local environmental organizations, stepped in to preserve this land rather than have it become more strip mall like the rest of Central Avenue. Local environmental organizations, the town of Greenburgh, stepped in to preserve the land, to preserve the building, and at that time, the nonprofit organization, the Greenburgh Nature Center, was established here on the property. Since then, we've changed our name. We're now the Nature Center at Greenburgh. That happened just last year, but we've been now just last year celebrated our 50th anniversary.
Can I ask, what was the thinking behind changing the name?
We, as the town of Greenburgh, as being part of the town of Greenburgh, we decided to change our name because ultimately our acronym GNC was related to the health food store. So we didn't want to be known necessarily as the GNC anymore.
There you go.
Yeah.
So on a technical level, like how is it funded? How do you sort of manage expand the programs and hiring people, and it's a pretty big operation. So
yeah, so I mean, we are the building and the property is still owned by the town of Greenburgh, so they help us to maintain the property and they give us money every year to do so. But the bulk of the revenue that we generate here is through visitation, membership, and our educational programs. So the majority of the funding that we receive is from the community.
So thank you for your time today.
You're welcome.
Have you guys ever had problems with coyotes?
We do have coyotes. We've seen a lot actually over this area, and that's why after a certain point, once it gets closer to dusk, they're locked in their hutch, they're in their barn just for safety.
What's her name?
So she doesn't have an official name yet. She is one of our newer chickens. I've been calling her Goose because I think it's funny when an animal has their name be the name of a different animal. And also she's very silly. You can pick her, yes.
Okay.
You're okay.
How old?
She is about a year old. We got her from a family who couldn't keep her anymore. They had neighbors who did not like that they had chickens.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's an interesting choice of pet.
I mean, they're a great pet. They give you eggs. They are really good at taking care of bugs in your yard, but they can be a little bit loud and messy.
What's the white thing on the side?
So those are just another part of her anatomy. They're kind of part of her wattle, but they're also like right next to her
The
ears.
wattle is the red part?
The
Yeah,
wattle
it's
is
like
the
the
part that
bottom.
hangs down, and then the comb is the part that is on top.
What's like the reason, like the anatomical reason for having like a wattle?
So the wattle and the comb can help them kind of distribute heat. So they have a lot of blood vessels. They're able to get cooler a lot faster because they're kind of just waving around in the wind. They also can show where in the pecking order a chicken is. So the brighter and bigger the comb, sometimes the higher up in the pecking order they are, the more in charge they are.
Is it like a clearly defined ranking?
Yeah, is there like a king chicken?
So here at the Nature Center, we have one chicken. She is inside right now.
The black one.
And she is in charge. Yeah, that is Michelle, and she is definitely in charge of all the other chickens. She kind of watches what everyone else is doing, make sure that she's going to get the food first, make sure nobody is doing anything that she doesn't like. She's head honcho.
So we talked about the history of the Nature Center. How's the Nature Center evolved since its creation? Like, what has been added, what's been removed?
Yeah, I mean, so when the Nature Center was originally created in 1975, this animal museum was not here. Additions to the building had not been made. We did not have the current meadow that we have. We're about to be building a new welcome center here on the property. So we didn't have a barnyard, we didn't have a bird prey aviary. So there have been a tremendous amount of additions to the building, to the property over the years.
How big is your team here?
I have an education department of currently 7 individuals. We go as high as 9 individuals, depending on the season. And our full-time staff rotates, but somewhere between around 18 to 20 individuals. And then we grow tremendously in the summertime, where we bring on a conservation intern team to help us take care of our property, as well as a bunch of summer camp counselors to help us with our summer camp program. So we probably balloon up to close to 30, 35 individuals in the summer.
How do you guys get your animals?
Well, that's a great question, and that's something that I think everybody should know about the Greenburgh Nature Center. Ooh, see, can't say Greenburgh.
See, I made the same mistake before as well. Where do you guys get your animals from?
That's an excellent question. It's one of the things I would like everybody to know about the Nature Center at Greenburgh is that all of our animals are rescued, whether it is a surrendered animal from a family that has a pet that they simply couldn't or weren't taking care of properly, to local wildlife that needed to be rehabilitated and find a forever home, like our bald eagles outside. They've had different injuries that exclude them from being released back into the wild. So we pride ourselves here at the Nature Center of giving our animals a forever home, and we would never go out and purchase animals or take animals out of the wild. That's not the right thing to do and not what we do here.
What kind of animal diversity do you guys have? Like, how many different species, if you know off the top of your head, or just how many different ecosystems of animals do you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're probably up to close to about 50 different individuals, and our animals come from all over the world. While some of our programs focus heavily on native animals, so talking about the native species that live around here, we don't exclude the exotics, and so there are many animals within our collection that come from all over the world, and we use those animals to educate not only about our environment here, but different environments all over the world.
So what kind of uses does the Nature Center have outside of its normal uses with the animals?
I think we're just a community hub, so families like to come onto the property, especially on nice days. We have, obviously we have our 33-acre preserve, but we also have a playground, we have picnic spaces. It's just a quiet place to walk through our forest. And so for a lot of local community members that are used to kind of the busyness of the Westchester area, it's a way for people to kind of step back a little bit and enjoy nature, enjoy a little bit of quiet time, enjoy being outside.
Because I remember as a kid, I did there was like a camp out, like a camping thing on the lawn out here that I did
you a part of one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. You met me then, because I've been on that.
Yeah,
was my thing.
I did that like a few times as a little kid.
Yep.
And that's probably what made me like get interested in start liking camping, which is something I like to.
Cool.
Do you get any like eggs from the chickens or?
We do get eggs from the chickens. Our chickens are all pretty young, so they lay eggs now that it's spring. Probably about 4 or 5 a day, and different staff members will take them home, and we will also feed them to some of our animals.
Nice. Do you get any other food or products from the livestock?
If we have a good year for making honey, we will sometimes get honey from our bees, and sometimes we'll even sell it here.
And the maple syrup, I guess, too.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a big maple syrup setup to actually make enough maple syrup for selling. Sometimes the people who, like Greg, he will make his own maple syrup, but not enough for actually producing.
They just remind me of like dogs. I don't know. They're just
very
like,
dog-like.
They are
They're
very
very
dog-like. They like pets.
They walk on a leash.
They
Not
are
well,
leash.
but
They are leash. They like to go on walks.
How often do they go on outside of the pen?
So we have a family who comes here every Sunday, and we'll walk them on Sundays. And sometimes we have programs. People who come here for a birthday party, who just want to come and walk our goats. That's one of our Back to Nature programs.
Cool.
To come and walk our goats.
Do you have a favorite animal here?
It's a tough one, but so there are some animals within I've been here 18 years, and there are some animals in our collection that started with me. So we have a tortoise here who has been here, 30, 40 years. So she's been here the whole time I've been here. This snake shadow right behind me here has been here the whole time that I've been here. She's over 20 years old. And so those are animals that I'm very used to working with. But I would have to say my absolute favorite animal here are our rabbits. I never thought originally that I would be a rabbit guy. And then rescue rabbit fell into my life, kind of changed my life a little bit. And now the animals, the rabbits that I work with here have certainly become my favorite animals here at the Nature Center.
I have a rabbit at home.
Yeah, they're special and misunderstood animals.
Yeah.
That's why I was showing them Judy. It was a really big rabbit.
Big old Judy. She's
How heavy is?
I don't think we weighed her yet since she's still fairly new. She's still getting used to getting handled. So
she's probably 12 pounds or
Yeah,
something if I had to guess. Yeah.
When you guys get a new animal, how do you guys get them acclimated here, do the research on how to build their habitat?
Yeah, so our manager of living collections, Andrew Mikowski, he is in charge of all of our animals and has that background and that knowledge to make sure that all of our animals are receiving the best care possible.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
You're very welcome. Thanks for coming today.
You might come up.
He's stretching his legs.
I think he's stretching, yeah.
Yeah. It's a little scary.